for longer than 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, it's good. People are enjoying the XFL.
Good.
Like, it is getting millions of views.
I liked week 1, not so much week 2.
Why? What happened to week 2 that you didn't like?
Oh, the Guardians got destroyed.
That's because your team sucks.
They did get destroyed. You know what? The fucking epiphany. The epiphany that fucking Bob Stoops had. I get it. You coached at Oklahoma. You don't understand a running game. But Cameron Artis-Payne's a good fucking running back. First half of the game last week.
Oh, yeah. It took Dallas a while to figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, he's clearly your best player. Jarvis Landry, you know he sucks, right?
14 yards in the first half. Finishes the game with 95 or 90,
that
99
being
yards.
said, I do credit Jarvis Landry for calling himself out in the post-game interview saying that he sucked.
Unlike Matt McGloin.
That's real credit. Like he's like, well, you didn't do too well. And then the reporter was like, how do you feel about your performance? He's like, let's call a spade, man. That was terrible.
In all fairness to him, and I don't typically like doing this, it is the first time he's played an actual game in over 2 years.
Yeah. You know what? Cardell Jones has never lost a game when he started. Literally ever. Literally ever. High school, college,
fantastic.
Now the XFL. Never lost a game if he starts. 3 things you can count on. Death, taxes, and Cardell Jones winning.
All right.
Well, until he doesn't. But right now... Listen, I thought the Guardians were one of the best teams once I watched them on week 1.
Hell no.
Shit, they're good. And then I realized it's not that they're good. The Vipers fucking terrible.
Suck.
But the Guardians did look pretty good. But I'm liking my choice with DC here right now.
The defenders there, they're looking pretty good.
Although, who's the other one that looked?
The Battlehawks look.
Oh, yeah, the Battlehawks look really good. They look like they're military propaganda, though.
Fucking Jordan Ta'amu, man. Looks like he's back at fucking Oregon.
Yeah, but you see, like, their helmets and their uniforms. Like, they might as well be the XFL Air Force.
Basically, yeah.
Because that's what it looks like. Like, that looks like government propaganda.
It does. Yeah.
I just happened to notice it was like, But, I mean, better than the Vipers. That shit looks like... It's like, we wanted to be a Lamborghini, but we can only afford the paint, and we're a Pinto.
But the Dragons also suck. The Roughnecks are all right. And who's the team I'm missing? Wildcats. They suck too.
Oh, Los Angeles?
Yeah.
They're fucking terrible.
They're
so bad they fired people after week 1.
They did.
They're like, guess what? You thought this was going to fold after 3 to 4 weeks? Well, you're out of a job in 1.
Yeah, well, also, I'm pretty sure they've been involved in every trade so far in the league.
I also am a fan of whoever posted saying that it should be more like European soccer. If the XFL is successful, the best XFL team plays the worst team in the NFL, and if they win, you swap.
Yes.
The NFL will never agree to that because the owners will never let that shit happen.
I'm all for a relegation and promotion program in all sports. Like, if you take the teams away from the professional teams in basketball, like, if the Westchester Knicks are one of the top 4 teams and the New York Knicks are one of the bottom 4, well, guess what? Swapping Knicks. Personally, I think that would keep teams from tanking, which I fucking hate tanking. But, going back to the XFL, did you hear what Matt McGloin said at halftime, coming off the field, which is fucking hilarious. That they're just running up to people at fucking halftime on the field.
I like the one after the touchdown where he's like, tell me what happened on there. Wide open, touchdown, baby. And he just left.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that was clearly directed at the quarterback, but sure.
But Matt McGloin, fucking... I don't remember who it was. Was it Erin Andrews? I don't remember. But she asked Matt McGloin what the game planning in the second half is going to have to be, and he's like, "We're going to have to change everything. Everything sucks." And she's like, "Could you expand on that?" He's like, "We're not doing anything well. We're not playing well. We're not coaching well. Play calling sucks." So like he went in, and then he came out in the second half. Threw an interception, and then got benched. And then she went to the coach and said, when I asked Matt McGloin this question, this was his response. I've never heard any players say anything like this. And fucking, what's his name? The coach for the Guardians was like, that makes two of us. Apparently, I'm going to have to go speak with him and find out what the hell he thinks we need to change.
Well, at least they were being honest. I mean, there is some things that I like a lot. I like some factors of the XFL. I think it's not doing too bad. I mean, obviously, ratings dropped a little bit, but that's going to happen after Premier Week. But the XFL, to me, this time it looks like they're taking it seriously. They're putting a decent product on the field. Obviously, the NFL's buying into it because you've got NFL players that are going to games.
Yeah, they fucking interviewed Todd Gurley.
Right, but did you... I mean, I don't know if you saw because of your stream, but the NFL was running ads during the XFL games.
Yes. Yep.
Like, so the NFL is acknowledging that, you know what, maybe they've got something here. No shit, it's a lot better than the AFF because it's successful. The other thing that I like about it is every network's getting their share. Fox gets a game, ABC gets a game, NBC gets a game, FS1 gets a game.
NBC's not getting a game.
Whatever. You get my point.
Yeah, ESPN's getting a game. Yeah,
everyone's getting some of the pie, and it is on readily available television stations.
Which was a problem with the AAF.
It was the main problem with the AAF. You can't have a streaming service if you haven't established a product. Only
CBS Sports. Like that's the only place. And then the games were only on if you're in that area.
Right, but the only people who watch CBS Sports are people who like really into badminton.
That's not true.
Okay, sorry, curling.
No, during
football, they have all the Navy games.
Yeah, during college football and college basketball, they got some really good games.
Right, that's probably where they get their most. But the other subscriptions come from people who are really into things like water polo.
Yep. Can't argue with that, but
I mean, because they have that weird shit on there all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like ESPN the Ocho.
Extra.
For some reason, I was at a bar on a Friday night, and you want to know what was on? It was MSNBC or NBC Sports Network, and it was originally hockey, but it changed and they left it on. And I thought, interesting choice. It was fucking curling.
All right, that's that is interesting. We were at Diner Time, or was it 76? We were at one of the diners in the area. And there were two TVs on. There was college basketball, and then next to it was XFL. No one was watching college basketball.
Well, that's fair. It just seems strange to me because it was a Friday night and I'm at fucking Rusty Nail. By the way, great wings up there.
I'm going there Tuesday for my birthday. Free
great
wings. 30 free wings. Hell
great
yeah.
Wings.
Yep.
There are stipulations to that. I don't know if you read the rules on it, but
yeah, like they'll only bring out 10 at a time per person that's there, but we're gonna have like 8 people there. So.
Oh, then yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll be good.
Yeah. Do you know? Do they do boneless ones as well for that, or is it all bone in?
You might get your choice. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I read it while I was there, but I wasn't really paying attention. But you might be. I want to say that there's an option. I'm not 100% sure. You've called and made a reservation, I'm assuming?
No.
I would.
Okay.
Mainly because it's not a big... I mean, you're going on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that busy, but it is a popular location in Clifton Park, and it's not a...
It's
not
it's kind of small.
It's
There's
very small.
Like what, like 10 tables? Maybe 12?
Give or take
and then
a
the
couple
bar.
more, and then the bar, which is wraparound. But if you're going to go with that many people, just so they put you in a section that you guys will be comfortable, I would call it.
All right. Thank you for the advice.
Well.
But yeah, their wings are so good. Anyways, let's
Back
stop.
on track. So the XFL, huh?
Yeah, so the XFL. And
did you see the 74-foot beer or empty
yeah,
beer?
that's ridiculous.
That is awesome.
That's ridiculous.
And they apparently carried it out of the stadium.
How?
I don't know. Don't ever underestimate the will of a drunk football fan who's just fucking won.
Anyways, the XFL is getting so serious that top Canadian Football League stars are leaving to play in the XFL. The latest one confirmed, guy that I'm sure you appreciate, Armani Edwards, fucking quarterback of that Appalachian State team that took down Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He has confirmed he's going to be going to the XFL.
I mean, Vince McMahon did say at the beginning of this that he had enough money and was willing to invest enough to keep this running for multiple years.
Yeah.
Now, I actually believe him now because I don't know if anybody else feels the same, but he's putting a product on the field that, like I said before, it seems like he's taking it seriously. He's not making it the pageantry in the show that he did the first time where he thought he was going to make a WWE version of football. This time he's like, I'm just giving you football extra and I'm just trying new shit out. Like, he's trying to create a league that is like the minor league system to the NFL.
Yeah, and I think that...
And he has the money to do it.
I think that is a smart thing to do. The first time... how do you know that the first go-round wasn't very good? The fact that they had Earl fucking Hebner, Tim White, and Charles Robinson as fucking referees. They're WWE referees. Yeah. They're not football referees. Yet he tried to make them be.
I also like that some current NFL players are announcing in the booth.
Yeah.
Like, that's great for them too, because if they have any interest of possibly broadcasting after they're done, they can give it a try here. You can get some, experience under your belt. We'll know who's good and who's not. And who we should put in a booth and not. Like, maybe if this had happened earlier, Booger McFarland wouldn't be given a fucking job.
They have to replace him with Pat McAfee. They have to.
Well, no, they don't have to do anything, but they should.
Speaking of...
You know how fucking rich they
football
are? That's
players
Disney.
in the booth. Yeah. Football players in the booth. Pat McAfee getting his chance in the XFL. It's definitely a better product than a lot of people thought it would be. It's not quite where I thought it would be yet in terms of the level of talent. But it is only 2 weeks in, and now that teams are seeing what they've got in certain players, like I said with Dallas and Cameron Artis-Payne, now we should be seeing them using the run more, which could end up being the strength of their team. So it's trial and error. We're 2 weeks in. Maybe I had unrealistic expectations, so I'm lowering them a little bit, but it's still entertaining.
I came in with no expectations, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So maybe yours were high, but if they end up somewhere in the middle, that's a success.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. That's exactly how I came into it too. With zero expectation, I'm having fun with it, and yeah, 2 weeks in, hard to judge the full quality of a product for an inaugural season, but better in some parts than I expected. Worse quarterback play than I might have expected, but it's
not from Cardell Jones. It's not.
Goddamn right.
And the other thing I like is that they are just embracing, making changes to the game, to rules, to to whatever they think could be fun or could bring in fans or keep fans happy. So that's fun.
I'm a big fan of the kickoff. I think at least the problem here's the reason I'm a fan of it. And I'm going to give you I'm not terribly excited about it, but I like it. And this is why. Because in the NFL, the kickoff is a wasted fucking play.
There's always a holding.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. The kick goes out of the end zone anyway. It doesn't make a difference. Nobody kicks inbounds anymore unless it's specifically to a squib kick to try and run out the clock. So the kick doesn't matter in the NFL anymore. At least in the XFL, you have to play. It's not a dead play. It's not a wasted play. You have to do something. You get penalized for not.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, where they have people set up, maybe the rushers should be able to get a little bit of a start, more of a start. But the way that it's set up, it's not hurting anybody. Nobody's getting killed because nobody's at full speed.
Right.
So maybe move it back a little bit to give them a little bit of time to get more momentum build up, but still make a play happen. I want to be entertained. I never look at a kickoff in the NFL going, oh shit, I'm going to like this, unless they're both lined up offsides.
Right.
Or onside. I mean, not offside, but onside.
Yeah,
kicks.
I got you.
You know what I mean? That's the only time I think, well, this should be entertaining.
Well, the NFL is trying to eliminate the kicks.
Okay, but the XFL just gave you an option to not have to.
Right.
They literally give you an option to have another commercial break, which is what you so preciously want.